What's up, everybody? Welcome to Transition Tuesdays. For this Tuesday, February 13th, 2024, I am your host, Russ Williams. I'm so glad you could be here today, ladies and gentlemen, Transition Army. I'm so glad you could be here today. I know you could have been anywhere in this world today. I know you could have been anywhere in this world today, but you decided to be here with me. And I appreciate that. And more importantly, I appreciate you. So welcome to Transition Tuesdays, my friends, on this snowy day, February 13th. Happy Valentine's Day Eve here in New York City. Man, oh man. Hey man, it's cold out there, but we got a hot show here today, man. So, before I start the show, I always like to state my intentions. And my intention is to give you the opportunity to laugh, smile, think, and engage in honest conversations about your life's transitions. So that's what we do here on Transition Tuesdays. That is what we do here on Transition Tuesdays. So let's get straight to it, ladies and gentlemen, Transition Army. Let's talk Super Bowl. Super Bowl LVIII. Man, in which the Kansas City Chiefs beat the San Francisco 49ers in overtime, an overtime thriller. Man, so the Chiefs, you call this a dynasty? I think so. They have won the last three championships. They won 3 championships in the last 4 years. You got Pat Mahomes winning the MVP honors for 3 years. Man, this guy's only 28 years old too, ladies and gentlemen. It's P-Mac, as they affectionately call him. Man, this guy is like the current GOAT, I guess. If we talk about GOATs. So Patrick Mahomes is doing it. Kansas City Chiefs is doing it. They did it in grand fashion, man. So, that was really great to see. That was so great to see. So shout out to the Kansas City Chiefs for doing their thing, man. But I want to talk about a couple of things on the Super Bowl, because the Super Bowl was great, right? But I just want to talk about that particular incident that took place with Travis Kelce bumping into Coach Reed. I don't like to bring race involved in things, but, in this case, I think I'm going to indulge in this one, right? So you got Kelce, Travis Kelce, who's white, right? Him bumping into his coach is kind of seen like he's a passionate player. He wanted the ball more. The coach, who runs the offense, he's probably saying to him, I need the ball. In this Super Bowl, I need the ball. So he's considered passionate, right? Whereas if it had been another player or person of color who would have bumped into Andy Reid, hey, they would have said, this guy would have probably been would have got a felony charge on him, I hate to say it, but, it's true, man. But, man, that incident didn't override it because they won. And if they would have lost, it would have been something to that issue. But shout out to the Kansas City Chiefs, for them doing their job and doing their thing there. Man, it was really great to see. And just shout out to the Kansas City Chiefs, man. And I say this is a dynasty, and I think they got everybody coming back as well. So, man, this could be a dynasty, kind of like the new Patriots type of deal, the new Patriots. So that could be the case here. Now, next, let's transition into Usher's halftime performance. Usher's halftime performance. Me, I personally loved it. I loved it, man. I think this goes down into one of the top 5 all-time performances, Super Bowl performances. This is involved in my top 5 as well. Man, so I loved it. I loved the skating that Usher performed. That was cool. That was cool to see. And I also loved his duet with my boo, with Alicia Keys, with that red dress that took up it covered the whole court, the whole field. That was amazing. But here's what I could have did without, okay? Because Usher, you did your thing, Usher. You did your thing. You earned the right to be a Super Bowl, to be on halftime of the Super Bowl, and bringing out special guests. You did that for the ATL. You did that thing, man. But what I could have done without was the groping of Alicia Keys after that. Nah, I think Swiss Beats had an issue, probably had an issue with that. But it's a form of entertainment. This is what Usher does. But, he did his thing, man. He did his thing. Usher did his thing. He earned it. Usher has been performing, people don't realize, for 30 years. Usher started, he's 45. He started like 15 years old. That man earned the right, and he did the darn thing. Represented the ATL lovely with Jermaine Dupri. Ludacris came out there. Little John came out there. was major. That was major, man. Nah, so shout out to the folks at the Super Bowl, especially Jay-Z, who organized the event. Like Jay-Z said, you got to keep showing up. These guys showed up and showed out. So shout out to those guys. And Usher, if people didn't know, Usher got married while he was in Vegas. He got married to his longtime girlfriend in Vegas. You know, that's what Usher did. Which brings me to my transition to the announcement. Okay. So, let me just talk about the announcement. No, this wasn't LeBron James' announcement when he was leaving the Cavaliers and going to the Miami Heat. It was a different type of announcement. But let me just tell you how it all started with me making the announcement, okay? So it all started at a private VIP Super Bowl party at Brooklyn Chop House. Man, shout out to that place, Brooklyn Chop House. I don't get paid to endorse them, but hey, that was a great venue, great food, great folks, great fun. So shout out to Brooklyn Chop House. So we were invited to exclusive VIP party. Man, and shout out to a couple people I really want to shout out to. Heather B, Sway, and Tracy G. They make up the Sway the Morning team and Sirius XM Radio. Man, shout out to those guys. Man, I had the esteemed pleasure of sitting with DJ Premier, the great Premier, Primo, sitting with him at the table as he was rooting on his 49ers. I was rooting for the Chiefs personally. DJ Kenny Parker. DJ Kenny Parker, you guys got to understand about DJ Kenny Parker. I played against DJ Kenny Parker while he was at St. Peter's. He was a senior. I was a freshman at Manhattan College. Man, he was on the wheels of steel. He has a great book out because he is the brother of KRS-One for Boogie Down Productions. And the name of his book is, and I recommend you guys read this book. My brother's name is Kenny. You gotta read this book. It's a great book for hip hop, man, for relationships, for brotherhood, and everything. You gotta read this. So DJ Kenny Parker was spinning as well. Also, DB from the morning show, Sway the Morning Show was spinning as well. So shout out to these guys. So I just got to share with you guys the sidebar conversation too as well. As we had before I begin, we got my guy, Mr. ESPN Zone. My guy, Uncle Smoothie, is in the building. What's going on, Smoothie? Welcome to Transition Tuesdays, my friend. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So I just want to share with you guys. So before I make this announcement of engagement, I didn't tell anybody. I didn't tell family, friends. I didn't tell my mom. I didn't tell anybody about it. But I reached out to a person I consider a friend. That's Heather B. You know Heather B from being the first African-American female, or male or female, the first one on reality TV on The Real World all those years ago, like 30 years ago. Same person who came down with All Glocks Down, you know, Heather B. So I reached out to Heather B. I sent her a text and I said, you know, Heather B, hey, I'm going to propose to Felicia at this event. You think it's a good idea? Heather B, being like a sister friend of mine, she says, nah, that ain't a good idea, B. That ain't a good idea because you'll be proposing in front of people she has no idea. You know, and that might go a little left. So don't do that. So I took her word for it and I took her advice and I didn't propose there at the party. So let me just flash back and tell you how the announcement took place. Okay, so we got back from the party, okay, in the hotel. And, you know, we took back some food. They have a great fried rice, lobster fried rice there. Man, they had that. We had some pork and we had some lamb too. So we brought that back to the hotel. And so Felicia, being the person that she is, the cooker is what she is, the preparer what she is, she is getting the food prepared for us to eat. So she kind of had her back turned towards me. And I was telling her, like, you know, hey, Felicia, this has been a great night. It's been a great night in which, you know, it's been an amazing night, actually. I should use the word amazing. It's been an amazing night, you know, us going to Brooklyn Chop Shop for this VIP event. You know, that was amazing. The Super Bowl was amazing. Usher's performance at halftime was amazing. Everything was amazing. And I don't want this amazing night to end. And I just want to continue this amazing feat. So here I am, 6'4", guy with 2 knee replacements. I get down on one knee and I propose to Miss Felicia Evans Long. I propose And she said yes before she was crying. First she was crying, so almost made me cry too. And then she did say yes. So, I was happy about that. I was very happy about that, man. I was so happy about that. Let me just see. Let me clap, man, because, shout out to me, man. That's a fearful thing that I did. So, shout out to me. I'm going to give myself some applause. I'm going to give myself some applause for doing this, for pulling this off. Because, again, nobody knew about it. Nobody knew about it. I kept it secret. Only people that I knew was Heather B. And shout out to my jeweler, okay, David G. Diamonds. Okay, shout out to these people. These are the only people that knew. We pulled it through. Everything went well without a hitch. And, Felicia asked me something afterwards too, and I wish she was on here, but she just come back. But she said to me, she says, how did you know it was me that you wanted to marry? And it got me thinking. And this was the answer I had for Felicia after after the proposal and the engagement and stuff like that, after I proposed. I remember what she said. I'm not sure what year it was because we're in year 3, but I'm not sure what year it was, but I just always remembered this. And she said to me, she says, Russ, I'm here to make your life easier for you. And once she said that, again, I don't know when it was, but once she said that, I knew I had the one for me. I just knew it. That selfless response that she had for me, I knew she was the one for me. So I couldn't pass up on this. So, again, Felicia, if you're out there, thank you so much, man, for making me a better man and going to complete me as a man, as being your husband. Oh, man, I can't wait. We try to set up dates now as we speak. As we got Gina on the check-in. What's going on, Gina? Welcome to Transition Tuesdays. As Chris says, congratulations. Thank you. Appreciate that, movie. Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that, sister Cuz, too. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, yeah, man, I was excited about the whole event. And that was the announcement. I was sweating like I was sweating now. I was sweating now, but I got through it. And thank God she said yes. Thank God she said yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, Transition Army, if we were able to make you laugh, smile, and think during this broadcast, my good friends, you have accomplished something major today. So celebrate your victory. Celebrate your victory. So let's get to the theme music. All right? Different music here today that we're going to wrap it up with. And I hope when Felicia hears this song, she knows why I'm playing this. So, ladies and gentlemen, Transition Army, I want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for watching the show each and every Tuesday on Transition Tuesdays. I want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. Okay, you can see this show and our past shows on our YouTube channel, Transition Tuesdays. So please take a look at it. Okay, make sure you subscribe before you leave the channel. Okay, I want to give a major shout out to our corporate sponsor, SweetCandyCafe.com, home of confectionery goodness. Okay, sweetness, I should say. So at the end of the show, we're almost done. Make sure you go to SweetCandyCafe.com to all your confectionery goodies. Your taste buds will thank you. All right? So, ladies and gentlemen, let's see if anybody else is on the check-in or checking us out before we head on out. As Chris says, I do weddings. Yes, Chris, we'll be talking. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, my man. So, ladies and gentlemen, Transition Army, as we say in parting, happy transitioning. And we'll speak to you soon. God bless everybody. Felicia, this is for you. Dedicating this show to you. Take care, everybody.